I was not happy with our Sunday performance because the weekend before we definitely broke through and we figured some things out, and everything that we had been training we carried through to the competition. And I was hoping that we could give the student athletes a little bit lighter week because they were sick. You know, I'm sure what everybody's going through right now. They're sick, they've got finals coming up. They were just stressed out and tired. So we gave them a little bit lighter week last week, and that carried over to the meet. I believe. We didn't compete as sharply. And that's why I was upset, because we didn't take what we had learned the previous week and just plop it back into the meet this past Sunday. Beam was a disappointment on one hand, but on the other hand, it was good to see them fight. It was great to see Tawny Fatone fight, because she has not competed beam in so long before this year. I think 2 years she hadn't done beam, so you know, when she came off, she said, I know that wasn't good. She says, but I was not coming off that beam. And it was great to hear that come out of her mouth. So, you know, I've always felt that when things are going well, okay, that's great, you need to enjoy that, but you don't really learn a lot from those times. You learn what your athletes are made of when they're going through adversity. So, yeah, we didn't count a fall. That was great. I think Georgia's got such a big name because they've done so well over the past literally 2.5 decades, that anytime our crowd hears that Georgia's coming to town, it's a big deal. They also know that Arizona is one of the top teams in the Pac-10 and usually peaks at the right time. So they're just hitting their stride now as well. But I think one of the cool stats is out of the last 14 national championships, Georgia or UCLA has won all the championships except for one. And so there's a great rivalry there. We went to their house last year and they beat us by 1/4 tenth. And so we're hoping to widen that margin and come out on top of the podium this weekend. The senior class is another Fab Five for us, just as far as their character, their integrity, what they've given this program. It's been really fun to see them mature. And then you add into the mix our super senior, Brittany McCullough, who's taken her 5th year. And it's going to be really emotional. You know, I know that every year is emotional at this time, but I just think the senior class has fought through so much. And to have Mizuki just had surgery last week that went very well. But she wasn't able to be at the meet because she was in a bit too much pain. So she's feeling great. She just came by the gym. There's going to be a lot of emotion wrapped up in this class. Their individual stories and then combined as a class. So it's going to be a great event. This meet is also our alumni meet, where we invite all the alumni back and introduce them, and we're really excited to be honoring the 2001 national champions, and quite a few of them are coming back, flying in from around the country. It's always great to have them come back, and they've been Facebooking and texting me and just saying, you know, driving back, coming back to Westwood brings back so many memories of just the best days of their life. So it's going to be a great homecoming weekend, and honoring so many Bruins past and present. It's going to be a fun day. Sam Pesek is making slow progress back. Today she did her vault for the first time, Yurchenko full. Didn't land on a hard surface, but was out of the pit. She did 2 of them. They were beautiful, and quite surprisingly to me, she saluted 2 beam routines, and they were flawless. She is doing a new dismount, which is the back handspring layout full off the end, the same dismount excuse me, that Aisha does. And she's never done a 3 series, so that's a bit different for her. But as you can imagine, they were beautiful. We haven't taken them out of the pit yet, but it's exciting. I hope that we don't run out of time, because I don't know if she doesn't get to come in for a competition on beam and vault, especially balance beam, before Pac-10s. I don't know if we would mix it up for Pac-10s, especially because we start on beam at Pac-10s. So we're hoping to have her back at least in 2 weeks when we're at Fullerton on 3 events, vault, bars, and beam, so that she gets a little bit under her belt. You can feel the buzz starting to build with Polly going down for renovation, and it started last Saturday. Men's basketball went against Arizona. We were ranked the top 2 at the Pac-10, and I'm sure everybody knows by now Coach Wooden's great-grandson made the last basket in that game, and it's the last basketball game that will be played in Poly as we know it. And it was serendipity. That it was so cool to watch the ball just come into Tyler's hands, and he just went bloop, and it went in the basket. It was like Coach Wooden was up there just orchestrating the whole thing. And that resonated with a lot of people. And we're feeling the same thing because our Pac-10 championships will be the last championship held in Poly Pavilion as we know it before it goes down for renovation. So it's going to be a big day and a big event, and with a lot of memories hopefully made that day. And hopefully we can send Poly out with a Bruin win before it goes down. And then women's gymnastics is holding the national championships in 2013, and that will be the first championship to be held in the new Poly. So there's a buzz around the university that's starting to get excited about all of that.